And now we've been joined by Dr. Auqaab Alizai, a geopolitical analyst and professor of strategic studies, to share his views on the visit of Iranian President Dr. Masoud Pezeshkian to Pakistan. Dr. Auqaab Alizai, thank you very much for joining us on Pakistan TV. Dr. Auqaab, in your opinion, what message is Tehran sending by choosing Pakistan as one of its first regional stops after the US-Iran breakthrough?
I don't think it was just about the breakthrough. I think it's been throughout the conflict that Pakistan has made massive attempts to mediate and come to a point where there is a relaxation in the global climate as far as the US and Iran is concerned, to mitigate any damages or further attacks. For example, I don't think any country wants the war to continue. The region does not want the war to continue. Pakistan has been at the forefront, the leading mediator in this respect, and the initiator of the mediation activity to make sure that this doesn't blow into a wider conflict and war within the whole region, and even engulfing Pakistan in that respect. So Pakistan has taken the initiative and taken the courage to go out there and try to stop what was happening and come to the point where we're on the track for a potential peace deal down the line in a number of weeks. But the fact of the matter is, the roadmap has already been made, and the discussions recently in Switzerland the other day came to a positive conclusion for the time being, while the technical talks continue. Now, why Pakistan? Why come to Pakistan? I think it's also a celebration of what Pakistan has been doing. This high level delegation coming to Pakistan is recognition of Pakistan's activity and what they've done as a positive action for the rest of the world also. And I think the rest of the world needs to celebrate this furthermore, not just Iran. I think the United States also needs to recognize furthermore what Pakistan has been doing, and they've been saying this openly. So I think we're coming to a point where we recognize that Pakistan has become the focal point in this respect, and successfully so, in a very positive manner, turned everything around as far as perceptions of global community, and the damaging disinformation campaign for many, many years by India has been annulled. Fact of the matter is, Iran recognizes this, but also Iran has other issues at play here. They want to increase bilateral trade. We want to increase bilateral trade. We want to enhance our energy infrastructure as well. So does Iran. It wants to rebuild, but also they want discussions on how Pakistan is going to help mediate. And no doubt, every party wants a hand in this as far as understanding what the roadmap will be and the committees that are being formed, and especially the Lebanon cell, the deconfliction cell, which is a foremost issue right now. But Pakistan has to allow America to deal with that. But Pakistan has leverage to some extent with the Americans to dialogue with them, to indicate what needs to be done. And this is fundamental to the whole roadmap and the MOU, in fact. So I think Iran wants, as soon as the talks ended, Iran came here to really clarify everything. And the president, the leader of the country, the political leader of the country wanted to make sure he understood exactly what was happening from, as you say, the horse's mouth, from Pakistan, who have been intrinsic in allowing this mediation effort to occur, and successfully so.
Okay. Dr. Auqaab, in your opinion, how important it is for Pakistan to leverage its current position to further strengthen its relations with Iran and to gain tangible economic benefits?
I think when you recognize a few years ago how the relationship with Iran was, and because of the sanctions, we are not able to access their oil supplies, much cheaper oil supplies in that respect. And with the pipeline coming through, the Iranians had built it to their border, and we were not able to because of sanctions. Now that we need to push for sanctions relief in this respect and take towards our future for energy security, more than anything else. I think that's very important. But there are other aspects of trade and other political strategic links that we can make. Now, remember, it was not so long ago that China fomented a relationship between Saudi Arabia and Iran to relax the climate there and to provide an avenue where there could be a buildup of good relations between the two countries. Unfortunately, because of recent circumstances, that has, I wouldn't say collapsed, but that's gone to the back burner. I think Pakistan should be intrinsic now to foment that relationship between Saudi Arabia, the Gulf countries, and Iran, because much has been damaged. I think also it's a recognition that Iran has legitimately, strategically dealt with that situation, primarily because of American bases. However, irrespective of the strategic realities, the fact of the matter is the whole Gulf region, including Pakistan, is just outside that region because we're dynamically affected by whatever happens in the Gulf region. We need peace and security in that region. And that is better for our trade. That is better for Saudi trade, for the other Arab Gulf countries, and the wider global community because it's intrinsic to the oil supply, as we know. So we want to encourage, more than anything else, the stability in that environment. And at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, we are going to be winners in this respect, encouraging trade and opportunities with Iran and the other Gulf countries to help build Iran up, to bring it back into the global community, to reduce any effect of sanctions by having sanctions relief and encourage development and be party to that development, in fact. We have many projects that we can, and companies and facilities and industry that can help build Iran up ourselves, not just rely on extra regional companies from other countries outside to help build. We are here ourselves to help do this, as well as enabling our own industrialization as well, and our own energy security and our own economic prosperity. I think this is a wonderful chance for the future for both countries and the wider region more than anything else.
Okay, Dr. Auqaab Alizai, thank you very much for talking to Pakistan